All right, everybody. Thanks a lot for being here today. First and foremost, I want to say thank you to a lot of folks that made today happen at Wrigley. The Ricketts family, Crane Kenny, Colin Faulkner has been absolutely unbelievable, and his staff. David Cromwell from operations, Patrick Meenan, Megan Gasser, Ken Jesperson, Ryan Egan, Roger Baird, and the entire grounds crew. I thought Wrigley was spectacular, and it looked that way. Obviously in communications, Julian Green, Andy Blackburn, sponsorship, Matt Ramito and Cubs Productions, Chris Simonson, the video board ops, Anu Patel and tickets, Joe Rios in marketing, and Lauren Fritz also in marketing. Just a ton of people that made today happen. And I also want to really thank Heather Obering from our marketing department, Scott Airy from our facilities crew, and all of his colleagues that got down here and made Wrigley look the way that it did. And then Mikey Valentine and our equipment staff working with the Cubs crew made it spectacular. And hope everybody that was in the friendly confines enjoyed it. I thought it was a heck of a football game until we had some self-inflicted wounds late. And so credit Purdue. They've got very good players. They made some big plays. So with that, I'll answer any questions you have.
And how big was that start of the second half? You guys had momentum to finish the first, and then that kind of unintentional onside kick happened.
Sounds like our season. Not a whole lot to say.
Coach, what were your thoughts on just the atmosphere? I know you guys touched on it a little bit yesterday, but you have it filled with fans.
Yeah.
You have the purple flag.
Yeah. It's awesome. To be Chicago's Big Ten team and have the opportunity to come play in Chicago is something that, for me personally, and I know for our guys, it's something special. And I'm just really thankful to the Cubs organization. So many people went into making this happen. And, obviously with us redoing Ryan Field here in the future, opportunities like this will hopefully present themselves too. And, that presents, I think, some uniqueness not only for our fan base, for our students, for our student athletes, and then future student athletes that we're recruiting.
Hey Fitz, what was the thought process behind starting Marty and then switching guys off like you did today?
Well, we've turned the ball over a bunch, and we felt like we wanted to try to play to the guys' strengths and keep Purdue a little bit off balance at times. I'll take a look at the tape, but that was the thought process.
Hey, Coach. The south sideline, having that so close to the wall, was that any kind of consideration when you go in the defense planning? Is that any different either sideline, how you guys covered?
No, I thought it was awesome. No, I didn't notice anything. I don't know how your vantage point was from upstairs, but mine on the field was awesome. It's really cool. There should be a bowl game here, I think, but I'm biased.
Do you find that or do you not even notice the difference when you have to go east-west instead of north-south? Because, you've probably got to be one of the few coaches who's ever had two games where you got to do that.
Are you talking about field direction?
Yes.
Oh, wow. No, I don't think so. That wasn't any part of our discussion. The one sideline was a big part of our prep, but field direction was more, which way's the wind blowing? It was blowing out the center, as everybody saw. Didn't help us today, but.
Your secondary really struggled today. Obviously, Milton Wright had a couple of big touchdown patches and big catches that were sort of off of similar plays. What were you guys looking at, and why do you think we struggled to contain them?
We lost one-on-one matchups. We lost one-on-ones. And when we tackled them and made them have to go down the field, we held them to field goals. So we got to win one-on-one matchups, and then we got to look at schematically if there was ways that we could have helped our guys too. A couple double moves looked like we slipped, looked like we had bad eyes or bad press technique. So we got to help them.
Other questions for Coach?
Thanks. I'm heading to Loyola. Appreciate it. Go Cats. Go Ramblers. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody.
What was your thoughts on the atmosphere, the uniqueness of it? Any special challenges, Brett?
I wouldn't say any challenges necessarily, but just the environment was amazing. Definitely just being, the history of Wrigley Field, just to be a part of this, and the facilities are amazing too. And so, just a great experience overall. Win or loss, this was a great experience, I think, for everybody.
What was your favorite part of the day?
Getting in the end zone, definitely. Just running the ball. Doing what I do.
Anything else, brother? I asked Pat about you guys getting in the end zone to finish the first half, getting set to get the ball in the second half, and then that unfortunate start happens. He says kind of capsulizes your entire season. What were you guys thinking?
It's really just about responding. I mean, you can't control that. And so when it comes down to it, when we do get the ball, we go down and score. And so, things like that happen sometimes. It's football. Like, you can't control everything. So really what the theme has been, honestly, is control what you can control when it comes down to it and just doing your job. And so when things, get thrown your way, not focusing on that because you can't control that. And so when we went out there, we just, did what we had to do.
Was there anything maybe extra special that sort of stood out to you about this whole experience of playing at Wrigley?
I think just the atmosphere is different for sure. Like it's a home game, but it's not at the same time. And so just for the opportunity to play here, I think is just an amazing experience for sure.
Eliminated from bowl contention, but a rivalry game coming up next week. Just how do you guys kind of build upon this, and what do you kind of take as the focus for next week against Illinois?
We're definitely going to use this as fuel, but at the end of the day, like records go out the window when it comes to rivalry week. So we're going to put everything we got into this last game, give them everything we got. So we're going to focus on finishing strong.
Thanks, Evan.
Thank you.
Just what are your kind of general thoughts? I mean, obviously it would have been better to win, but I mean, how special is the day despite the loss?
Yeah, I think it's perfect going into Thanksgiving week because that was a really special day out there. Any day you get to play football is a day that you're blessed to have, especially when you get to do it in an arena like this against a Big Ten West opponent. We're obviously very thankful, but at the end of the day we lost, and that stings, and that's always going to stain. And when that stops staining, you got problems. But, it was absolutely a blessing of a day. It was really cool out there.
What's the coolest part for you?
Gosh, I don't know. I wasn't the biggest baseball guy growing up, so being able to bring football into the friendly confines, quote unquote, was pretty badass, for lack of a better term. Like I said, anytime you get to play Big Ten West ball, it's a blessing. And obviously, being from Chicago, being able to play in Wrigley Field. I mean, I've got friends from out of town that asked if they could come in the summers just to go to a ball game at Wrigley Field and to be able to play on that turf, compete, grind together, was a blessing. And obviously, I wish we could have got that dub, and that'll stain, but it's okay.
I'm also kind of interested just about like that sideline setup, where it's obviously you guys and Purdue both sharing that same sideline,
Yeah.
and sometimes the units going like between each other.
Yeah.
What was that kind of like?
It really wasn't bad. I think we practiced for it during the week. We were prepared. That's how we had our offense and defense, That's how we were practicing all week, so we'd be ready for the substitutions. And it was even smoother than it was in practice. Coach Fitz was trying to mess with us on Tuesday and Wednesday to make it worse than it would be, and it was super smooth. We were prepared. It was cool. Obviously, like I said, the pomp and circumstances was great, but at the end of the day, it was just another football game. It was awesome.
You saw some slipping, but just overall, how would you rate the playing surface?
It was great. I thought it was great. Once again, I love grass. It's old school. Definitely a few feet shorter than Ryan Field, but it was great. I don't think if anyone's complaining about playing surface, they got bigger problems.
Hey, Joe, was it a long way to get off the field? I saw you one time trying to get off the field. It looks like you
there was a couple we were down there, and we had to sub in and out of packages going to third down, and then they got a first down. So I was huffing and puffing, sprinting. But no, like I said, it really wasn't a problem. The refs also did a great job of facilitating that. They gave you a little extra time to sub and whatnot. So it was great. A super special day, unbelievable venue, excellent execution by everyone. We're so thankful for it. Once again, I just wish we would have got that win.
Now, looking towards next week, Hat Week, even with the losing record, how do you try to bring your own juice, as you put it?
Absolutely.
For going against Illinois?
No, that's exactly what it is. All across the country, everyone gets excited for this week because last week of the season is rivalry week. Records go out the window at that point in the season, and it's about who's playing toughest, who's coming ready to play, who is still doing the little things on Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday of this week to prepare. We're obviously super excited. It's always a battle. It's always, like I said, a Big Ten West football game, which I think everyone here knows how that rolls. So we're excited to go down there and play our brand of football.
Thanks, Joe.
Thank you, guys.
Happy Thanksgiving, y'all.
Happy Thanksgiving.